Who gets chased by ghost cars? This girl. Hey guys, for today's video, I'm going to be telling you a story that happened to me during one of my paranormal investigations. This was at the location where I was chased by the shadow figure, and like I've probably said a million times, we used to frequent this area just to try to find evidence and answers to what had happened. So we were back at that location, and this particular day I had a large group of people with me. I had some of my friends from another state and some of my friends from my town, all just there, and they were there to help me capture evidence. So we're all just kind of hanging out and wondering what we're going to capture, and we're kind of parked in the middle of the road. We used to park in the middle of the road and kind of wait because this road didn't have much traffic really late at night, and we were there really late and for several hours, so we didn't have to move the vehicle very much. So we were just kind of sitting there around the vehicle waiting and listening and kind of enjoying each other's company as we went. So we're sitting at the car, and all of a sudden we can see headlights coming from the little side road that's right across from us. And we figured, okay, we're going to have to move the vehicle to get out of their way and let them pass. So we got into one vehicle. Yes, there was like 10 of us, and we all just packed into one vehicle, and we proceeded to get out of their way. But just as fast as we could get into the vehicle, that car was coming out of there like a bat out of hell. So it got right onto our tail as soon as we all got into the vehicle. So my friend who was driving was just flooring it around the curve as fast as she could, and we actually had to jump a ditch to get out of the path of this vehicle because otherwise it was going to hit us just straight smack in the back. So we jumped this ditch, and we're kind of just sitting there on the side of the road, and the car zooms past us, just flooring it, and there's a huge curve that comes up right after they would have passed us, and we were just so terrified for their lives because we did not know how they were going to make that huge sharp curve going at that rate of speed. So we just waited. We didn't hear anything, and we didn't see them as far as the curve went because they were kind of out of sight by the angle we were sitting at. So we just kind of waited for a second and gathered our thoughts, and we went to check and see if they had made the curve or if they ended up in the lake. We saw no evidence. There was no, marks where the car had slid or anything, and they apparently wasn't in the lake. So we're still trying to gather our thoughts, and we went to the main central point in between the two entrances to this road, and we sat at the storage buildings and just kind of waited for a minute, and we decided to report this to the police. We were just fearing for the lives of the drivers because they were driving so recklessly. So we reported it to the police, and we waited a few minutes for the police to come. We thought maybe the police would pass this vehicle on their way to us. But they did not report passing anybody, and they came and got our story. And of course they did the same thing we did because they knew about the curve too. They went and checked around the lake and around the curve and checked to make sure no one had wrecked. And then they also went down the little side road that the car came from. We waited for them to return to give us their report, and that was when we all got really freaked out because the police came and they said there's no way a vehicle came out of there. And we're all just kind of confused and like, what do you mean? We all saw it. There's 10 of us, and it almost tried to kill us. And the police said, well, that's strange because there's a gate on that road, and it's been locked the entire season, and there's only one key holder who was not even in the town at the time. So we were just really freaking out, and we didn't know what to make of it. Neither did the police, but they just knew that something strange had happened because they knew kind of what we did, and they were kind of freaking out too with us and trying to give us little theories. One of them even joked about the race car driver that's buried in the cemetery right beside the area. Said maybe he came back and tried to race again. That was one of the theories, but I still have no idea what happened. It was just really strange how it all turned out, even though something tried to kill us and it just was never found again or never seen. So that's that story. Definitely had my adrenaline pumping more than most investigations, that's for sure. But I hope you guys enjoyed this story. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you've not already. I post a new video every Wednesday and Sunday. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love each and every one of you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.